up, world? It's your boy, Mr. Chap Daddy, aka Kevin Chapman, aka the Ignorant One, aka Mr. Reviews for you. And I'm here to talk about the Doom Patrol. Season 2 released the first 3 episodes on HBO Max. Yes, I got the, free HBO Max just to watch this show. But, that is what it is. Neither here nor there. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the Doom Patrol. First things first, I'm so glad this show is back. The first season was phenomenal. Mr. Nobody was probably like one of my favorite villains. Like, just because I love a villain that strikes fear. And I guess that just comes with good writing. So to watch Mr. Nobody at work in the first season, it was great. It was a great villain for TV, especially for comic book movies at the time. Or comic book TV shows, I should say. And it was just overall a great first season. It was just different. Like, it was what didn't follow, obviously, none of the superhero norms. If you're not a big comic fan, if you're not a big comic fan, Doom Patrol and X-Men basically started in the same year. So it's all that, been that battle, who copied who, from, the mentor in the wheelchair to the freaks, and the people of difference that become superheroes. You get my drift. You get my drift. So, let's talk about the good in season 2 so far. In the first 3 episodes alone, once again, Brendan Fraser as Cliff Steele, aka Robot Man, is arguably my favorite character in this show. And I think that's just more of an attitude-wise. Also, Larry Traynor, top notch as Negative Man, still one of my favorite things. Like, the first 3 episodes, it's just more, you can see they're going to be dealing with more past trauma that's going to be catching up to them. And what I loved about Doom Patrol in season 1, that they also really just kind of just dealt with everyone's backstory with past trauma again. So it seems like it's going to be past trauma or generational trauma that's going to affect the future, if that makes sense. So all in all, Matt Bomar as Larry Traynor is still also another one of my favorite characters. I think he's right above Robot Man for me, and I just love, this is gonna sound silly, but because he's covered in bandages, we always is unraveling his backstory. It's always a new ravel or a new layer that comes with his backstory. So it is just so good to see Matt Bomar in that role. Another thing that I think was good, the quirkiness of villains that they bring to this show. And prime example, last year, not even villains, if in the first season, the Attack of Their Butts, and Mr. Nobody, and then the actual hero Flex Mentallo, which one of those things you didn't see come to the screen. But there's 2 villains in here right off the bat. Dr. Time and Red Jack were so good. So good. No spoiler, I'm not going to tell you whether they're a continuing villain or a one-off villain, but as of right now, those 2 almost stood out immediately in villainhood. It's kind of they took the quirkiness of the first season and kind of upped the ante on that a little bit, and so forth. Now let's talk about what I did. Kind of just kind of a little bit tired of seeing it. I forget the actor's name. I should have just did my research. But Cyborg's character, I feel like the feeling guilty is the setup angle just kind of run dry to me. I mean, it's only 3 episodes in. I don't know what's going to happen. It's really only 3 episodes in. Can't really decide how it's going to be or what's going to take from that from just 3 episodes. But what I do say, I do love the angle they're taking from what happened last season, continuing forward for 3 episodes in. I really do. It's just one of those things Cyborg has a tragic story, man. Everybody knows Cyborg's story. Him and his mom was in an accident, depending on the comic book, whether it's a car crash or a lab accident, or he got in a fight with his mom over a lab accident. That is great storytelling. It's run its course, to me at least, from seeing Cyborg from Teen Titans to Teen Titans Go to Doom Patrol, to the movie, to the cartoons, to being a comic book person, a comic book writer. it's one of those things that just, to me, it just ran its course. I kind of like to see it like kind of take a different tone and hopefully get a little bit further than that. But the things that seems to be unfolding seems like a great story. Rita Fire, Elastic Woman. I don't know what's going on yet. I don't want to spoil too much, but just she's in rare form as she was the first season. One of those things that I just love so much about her, just her sarcasticness, and just, you know, her wit, and, you know what I'm saying, just wanting to be better than what her past said she couldn't be. So that's something to look forward to. Crazy Jane, once again, the underground, that actress, I should have done my research, but Crazy Jane is also good. Though the entire cast of Doom Patrol is good. Seeing Niles in the fold with this time is almost like seeing Hawkeye in Age of Ultron. I know I'm like cross branding here, whatever, is my show. It's like seeing Hawkeye in Age of Ultron, right? Remember, everybody was so like, okay, so Hawkeye is hypnotized, so he only had like X amount of minutes of, you know, fan time to do what he had to do. Seeing Niles in the fold also brings, you know, a little bit more depth, especially what happened at the end of last season, how they're going to deal with that going forward. Another thing is his daughter is in the fold, Dorothy, who he, you know, if you did see season 1, spoiler, you know, he had, you know, sex with a powerful cave woman, and they birthed a daughter, and now that's in the fold, and she's gifted like her mother with, like, you know, these imaginary friends, and they're coming through. It's like almost like whatever fear she has or whatever feeling she's going through, that's the imaginary friend that comes, and it's like that's going to be a major storyline and a story arc. So let's see that going forward. The bad, I think, me personally, till proven otherwise, Mr. Nobody is the best villain this show has had so far. And like I said, it's 3 episodes in. That can change. This is just a 3 episode review. But Red Jack, there's a villain in there in third episode named Red Jack, who I thought was very great. Just to look, the simple fact that I did the research to look him up and found out he was real is what I mean about bringing the writers of Doom Patrol, bringing quirky villains to the fold. And Red Jack is one of those villains I was like, I just want more of Red Jack. I want more of Dr. Time, which, you know, I think we're going to get more of Dr. Time in the coming future. Won't spoil it about Red Jack. He could come back. I mean, this is Doom Patrol. I mean, they fought a talking roach, like, you know, Evangelist Roach last season. So anything could happen. But all in all, there's really no bad with this show. At 3 episodes in, I am very pleased. And I'm going to continue watching Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is probably one of my most anticipated things once a Lovecraft story. I got so many things I got to review, but Doom Patrol is pound for pound that show right now to me as a superhero show. There's plenty of shows I need to catch up on that I'm going to do reviews on, but we'll see in the upcoming. I don't know if I'm going to do every episode. Depending on the number of I might get to the halfway point. I don't know how many episodes they're going to do this season. I really don't, especially with the move to HBO Max. So I'll probably do another review after another 3 episodes. Maybe I'll do like a midway review, or I'll just wait till the full season is complete. But there you have it. Thank you. Please subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, comment anything you want me to review. It could be comic book wise, movies, things of that nature. If you want to react to something, you want my review on something, you want my honest opinion on things, hit your boy up. Okay? I'm out of here, guys. Deuces.